So chapter 3 says, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord. The whole book is speaking. And the Lord was precious in those, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. And it came to pass at the time when Eli was laid down in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim, that he could not see. Ere the lamp of God went out in the temple of the Lord, where the ark of God was, and Samuel was laid down to sleep. That's the proper child, raised in the house. Then the Lord called Samuel. The Lord called Samuel, and he answered, here am I. And he ran unto Eli, and he said, here am I, for thou callest me. And he said, I called not. Lie down again. And he went and he laid back down. And the Lord yet again called Samuel. And Samuel rose and went to Eli and said, here am I, for didst thou call me? And he answered, I called not, my son. Lie down again. Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, neither was the word of the Lord yet revealed unto him. And the Lord called Samuel again the third time. And he arose and went to Eli and said, here am I, for didst thou call me? And Eli perceived that the Lord called the child. That the Lord called the child. Let's stop right there. And I want to talk to you what the Lord is saying. He said, God said, I'm calling Samuel. I'm calling you as a proper child. I'm calling you out of the spirit of condemnation. I'm calling you out of spirits that has held you in captivity. I have called you out of places that has put you in a place where you are never going to be the one that God's going to speak to. And don't you understand that the call now, that there's a voice calling you. And God said, I'm calling you to a higher place. And you're used to a familiar voice talking to you. But somebody's getting ready to hear a different voice. And God said, you're going to have to listen to me. Because I'm through talking to Eli. Because I have already talked to Eli. And I told Eli to deal with his sons. I don't know who you've been with and who you're with now. But God told me to tell you that your past that hindered you will not come back and get you again. Because there have been some spirits under the spirit of Eli that has felt like it can hold you in a control. And God said, look, I told Eli, I have taken my favor from him. I'm sorry to tell you that you may be holding on to something that God has rejected. You may be holding on to something that God is saying, look, it's not their time anymore. I told Eli to deal with the sin that's in the house. Now, this is the hardest part of the message, because sometimes Eli is the closest thing to you. Eli might have been your trainer. Eli might have been your significant other. Eli might have been who was in your past. But Eli did not finish the things of God, because in this case, Eli helped raise Samuel. He mentored Samuel. He trained Samuel in the presence of God. And he didn't train him wrong. He trained him right. Somebody trained you right. You got to understand, if they go wrong, you can't go wrong with them. If you listen to God, God said, I'll get you out, even though I may not touch them. God said, you're getting ready to be separated from something that's trying to stop you from going to your next. I don't know who it is and what it is, but God said, you can be attached to an old season. You hear me, someone? You can be attached to an old season when God's trying to move you to the next.